Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Nomblelo Kazadi, and to all my subscribers, welcome back for yet another video. Thank you so much for always supporting me, for always being here, for always being my number one. So today we are going to talk about not what to say to a person or to your loved one who went or who's dealing with trauma. So we are going to cover 5 things of not what to say. I am not a psychologist, I'm not a professional, but I'm someone who experienced all these things through going through trauma myself. So I'm going to talk from experience on what are the things that I didn't appreciate or I didn't feel good, or what is it that I didn't appreciate when people kept on asking me or saying to me. So I'm going to share this out of experience, and yeah, let's get to it.
Sometimes it really feels like I lose control.
You may ask yourself, what is trauma? Trauma is an emotional response caused by distressing events that are out of a normal range of human experience. For an example, with me, it was a car accident that really changed my life, my appearance, and I experienced everything, and that was out of a normal range of a human to experience, rather. So another one, trauma can be caused by an ongoing experience of a very distressful events that keep on happening in your life. For an example, abuse, things that you went through when you were young, rape. That can cause trauma in your life. That can also affect you in the near future. So that's what trauma is. It's an emotional response to distressful events. So you may ask yourself, how can I help my loved one when they're facing trauma? It's very difficult, trust me, because you would not know what not to say. You'll say things that they don't feel comfortable you or hearing them. But I'm here to help you because I went through that. I know what not to say. And the another best thing to do is for you to make a research what is trauma. People experiences trauma in a different way. You might have faced the very same thing. You might have experienced the very same incident or accident, and then you react in a different way than what your loved one is experiencing. So going through research, understand how a human brain works. Experiences like this, it will make you understand how to help your loved one better. Saying get over it already, that can be very harsh, we all know. Like if you're having a loved one who keeps on crying, who are sobbing all the time, or who are moody, or they don't want to talk to anyone, it can be very frustrating, and you would not know what not to say or what to say to them, and you feel like, oh, they've been doing this, like it's been a week, they are busy crying, they are busy being acting strange, and then you'll end up telling them, can you get over it already? That's very wrong. You are telling them to dismiss their feelings. You are telling them to let go of what they are feeling or their experiences. They don't matter, and forgetting that they actually experience that thing. Rather not say anything than saying get over it already. That's very disrespectful. It's like you're ignoring their experiences. Another point of not what to say is to say you're exaggerating. Oh my God. That's another thing that we struggle as human beings to understand what our loved ones are going through, is to say you're exaggerating. You don't know that person. You don't know what actually they experienced. You might think that you know, but you don't know, because we have different feelings, we have different minds. God didn't create us the same. If you keep on saying you're exaggerating, how can you keep on crying just because you nearly had a car accident? How can you keep on being stressed and telling us that you're depressed while you just had a car accident? You're just exaggerating. You are not in their shoes. You don't know how they feel. We feel differently. Do not ever dismiss their feelings. Do not ever dismiss their experiences. Don't say you're exaggerating. That will make things worse, actually, because they'll feel unheard. They'll feel like you are not there for them. They'll feel like, okay, let me just suck it in and not show any feelings, because they'll think that I'm acting. They'll think that I'm exaggerating. They'll think that I'm doing this on purpose. And why should I express my feelings? And we all know that bottling in your feelings they will explode. Consider their feelings. Consider how they feel. If they're exaggerating, it's fine. That's how they chose how to deal with it. You have to find a way on how to deal with it to help them deal with it. The third point is saying, I know how you feel. I've had lots of people who are making this mistake. You don't know how they feel. You might have faced the very same experience that they faced or they experienced. You might have went the very same, like exactly the same. Let's take a car accident. I was involved in a car accident with my husband, right? And he experienced the same trauma that I experienced. But he cannot come and say, I understand what you are going through. I know what you're going through. They don't. We are different people. We are not the same. So coming to tell someone that I know how you feel, it's unhelpful. It will make them feel like, okay, so because you are okay, which means I supposed to feel okay as well. Just because you overcame this trauma fast, or you didn't even have trauma at all, which means I'm not allowed to express the way that I feel. I'm not allowed to have trauma. Rather say that I want to understand what you're going through. Help me understand, and I'll be there for you. Another point is telling that person, you should face your fears. That statement is very wrong. You know, in rather trauma, it's like encountering fear in your face. So telling them that you should face your fears, and how can they do that? Because they are already afraid. Be there to show empathy, to offer you support. Be there to show them that you care, to show them that you love them. The only thing that you can do to someone that is facing trauma is to love them enough. Is to make them understand that you understand. Another point, which is the last point, number 5, is to tell people, or to tell your loved one, why didn't you tell me earlier? You know, we have our reasons not to tell people. I might choose not to disclose that to you because I might be afraid that you'll judge me. I might be afraid that you will start preaching to me and showing me how better you are, judging me in a different way. So they choose not to tell you because they're not ready yet. Others will come to you. No, why didn't you tell me that you were involved in a car accident? That's not fair. You're supposed to tell me. I'm supposed to be there for you. I'm supposed to pray for you. I didn't want to tell you for a reason. Ask yourself why this person didn't want to tell me. And try to understand that, okay, they didn't want to tell me because they don't trust me enough. They didn't want to tell me because maybe they were scared to say it. Or maybe they were thinking that you will not take it well. So they were thinking for you, they were thinking that you may not take it well. it might affect you in a different way. So they rather wait and tell you when they have recovered, or when they have a better approach on what to tell you, on how to tell you. So to never ask someone, why didn't you tell me earlier? So with my experience with trauma, unfortunately, I was staying with a person, rather I was full-time with my husband, who was also in that car accident. He was more traumatized because he can remember everything. He could remember the car rolling. He could remember seeing me there stuck in the car. So he was more traumatized more than me, if that makes sense, because I don't remember anything. Like I said on my first video, I don't remember what happened the day before. I don't remember what happened 2 weeks prior. I mean after. So my experience wasn't as traumatizing. Another thing is that I had to be there for my husband. Being traumatized myself, I had to be there to make him understand, because he would go, like when he's driving, he would drive like 60. He couldn't drive more than 60 by then. And because he was afraid that I would be involved in another car accident. For us, it was very difficult to deal with trauma, because both of us, we had to be there for each other. And that was very, very, very hard for us. I had lots of people come to me and tell me all these things that I just mentioned now. And they made me feel like they made me feel like my experience was not being heard, or was not being felt, like as if I didn't go through that. If you can tell all these points, they are good points, and I believe that you said them before because you think that they are okay. But most of the things that people say to people is that, I know exactly how you feel, and I'm sorry you have to go through that. I didn't like that myself. It's wrong. It invalidates my experience. I feel like now because you know how I feel, then you actually don't really know how I feel, because I feel worse, and you are okay, you're smiling, your face is okay, but you say you know how I feel. I don't get it. And that made me to be more to feel very angry, that you can't be standing there with all your beautiful face, with your beautiful face rather, and tell me you know how I feel, while I have lost my eye, while my smile have changed. I was very dark, by the way, because of my injuries. I was very, 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 very dark. So, you could tell that this person is going through a lot. My injuries, I had scars everywhere. And you come and tell me that you know how I feel, and you're standing there all beautiful. That really hurt me, because no one could understand how I felt. And somehow I would feel guilty for feeling that way, because that person, he's saying it out of the goodness of their heart. They are trying to make me feel better, but instead I'm feeling worse. You'll not know what to say, but rather not say these things. Keep quiet and just show your love. Try to do things that they love. Try to myself, I like watching TV. Try to put my favorite show for me to watch. Those things, just by acknowledging that that I went through trauma, or I experienced a stressful event, that can help me very much. Don't dismiss my feelings by saying, I know how you feel. Don't dismiss my feelings by saying, get over it. So these are the things that we need to consider, guys, when you are with someone who is going through trauma. But with mental illness, you can't really know how to deal with it. The only thing that we need is love. What helped me, it was love. I was surrounded by love everywhere. My kids loved me. My husband loved me. My extended family, they were there for me. They loved me. Yes, they would say these things, but the fact that they loved me, I managed to heal. I managed to get over it. So, guys, thank you so much for listening. I hope this thing helped you to help your loved ones. And I hope whatever that I've said today will help you on what not to say to your loved ones whenever they are acting up. So thank you so much for watching till this far. Please, please, please like this video and comment, say whatever, or just comment with a heart. This will help my video to reach people who really want to hear my message. So thank you so much, guys. I love you, love you, love you so much. Bye.